Hello. Hello, Mahjong Gikuze. Let's do this. Welcome. We are back. We have my cat. Hang on. Okay, we have my cat. Forget the rest of the stream. We're just going to look at my cat. Next to the Kirby. I hope everyone's doing well. It is fun to be back. It is fun to do this more consistently. It is fun to have a cat joining us with a Kirby. And you might wonder why is the Kirby in a wizard hat? And the reason is because of last week's stream. So I'm going to try to keep that a theme going on. This is a Mahjong stream, but it is not Mahjong Soul. It is not Ricci City. It is not Tenho. It is not a normal Mahjong stream. This is Dirtbag Mahjong. Declare cat. You want me to declare a cat, or do you want me to just say there is a cat? I've declared the cat. She was playing just a little bit ago. She's very cute. She's going to watch Mahjong from a distance. Welcome to the chat, Josh. Today's game, it's going to be a fun one. Let us get the game time going. Let's get the audio going. The audio stopped. Literally, it stopped looping, or I don't hear it. I hear it. Cool. This is Dirtbag Mahjong. This is an independent game created by this dude on Blue Sky. I don't know if they're a dude. This person on Blue Sky named Paranoodle. I had been following the development of it for a little bit. Okay, hang on. Okay, yeah. Okay, how's this? Is this a good view? You can see cat. Cat is fine. Kirby and cat. Yeah, this works for you? I hope this works for you. Everybody wins. It's good to hear from you, Josh. I have not played this. My understanding is that there are a lot of trans people and a lot of cats, or furries, specifically. I guess cats can be furry, depending on your interpretation. We're gonna go into story mode. Actually, I'm gonna click how to play. Mahjong Guide, Dirtbag Guide, Interactive Tutorial. We're not gonna do that. We are going to send it. There's lots of chapters. What is this? Okay. We have to do the prologue. A shaft of waning evening light through a ground-level window is all that cuts through the murk that hangs over the basement. It glints off the water pooling on the floor and the eyes of the various things, living and otherwise, that lurk within. Welcome to the chat, Vainest. Basement is an uncertain space made up of uncountable rooms in a shifting layout seemingly conceived to entrap any soul insufficiently eccentric to understand its ways. That is a long sentence. I love the pixel art. Little pizza hair. Reminds me I should play Pizza Tower on stream. Despite this, it is impossible to find a single one of the basement's infinite corners not densely packed with clutter, thoughtlessly arranged in tribute to the idea that there is no environment so large that a sufficiently motivated occupant won't expand to fill it. These are extremely long sentences. Whew. Take a breath. Drink of water. Look at a cat. It is a good sentence. Continue. The storehouse of endless possibility is enough to entice a particularly foolhardy thief in defiance of the risks posed by the basement's layout, not to mention its denizens. Denizen is such a, that's not a word people use in real life, is it? I guess so. I guess it might be. I feel like I only encounter it in fiction. One such intruder is even now forcing their way in through that tiny window, this one, in search of the opportunity to risk life and limb for those otherworldly riches. Progeny, yes, it is unwelcome. At the top of the staircase that bridges this netherworld, with the more linear one above, a door creaks open, and hey, multiple sentences here. All goes still. The basement's owner is here. Hana. Time to settle in for a long night of mad science. little progress on the matter of spirit transference lately. Getting the soul out of the body is easy enough, but the trick is keeping it intact. Hana flicks a switch, flooding the basement with a halogen glow. Among the expected skittering of resentful rodents, she hears a muffled crash and stops at the top of the stairs. Staying stock still, she can detect the sound of further rustling. This is difficult to pronounce. Okay, one of the experiments has gotten loose again. This might be serendipity. That's another word that I don't use in real life. I've been meaning to test drive this new taser I invented, which only works on ghosts. We're tasing the ghosts? Let me know how the audio is in the chat, by the way. If you need me to remix any of the volume settings, just let me know. So, okay, we are opening the door. It's Corey. I know some of these words, .gif. That actually showed up as a link in chat. That is so funny. Don't shoot. Who knows what'll happen if you fire that at an alive person? We'll know if you let me shoot you with it. It's the least you could do for me after breaking into my basement. That's the third time this month. She does not look too happy. Don't look at me. The stuff I pawned last time didn't go far. And this is my problem? Hell yeah, it is. You're surprised part of that is that you didn't get auto-banned to convert to hyperlink. Well, I don't have Nightbot in chat currently. Don't make me add it. Well, that's on you. That's on you. Has a value to me. Okay, so we are pawning some stuff. Are we pawning some Mahjong? Quick spam my Cash App link. Josh, I will intervene. Okay. A compact wooden box, gold clasp, dusty, craftsmanship. That sounds like Mahjong to me. Yes, Mahjong. Here's the thing. Most Mahjong sets are hot garbage in terms of, like, their carrying case. Like, you buy a really nice set of tiles, and the case that you get it in is literally cardboard that will just fall apart. You often on the lookout for burned down churches just to make a yard sale purchase? Hell yeah, I am. Purchase. So, can I have it? The Mahjong set? I just like playing Mahjong, same. Prove it, okay. Why don't you play some Mahjong since you like it so much? Yeah, I will. Reanimate some players? Okay, let's go. I'll play with the corpses. I don't know about you, Corey. Sorry for the PS2 ass sight jack shit to cheat. Wow, okay. God forbid a woman have powers of extra sense. This is so, like... How's the writing here? It is very online. Okay, we're going... I am down to be a loser. Simon scared the crap out of you as a kid? Yeah. Okay, so we're getting some calls. We're going to play some Mahjong. Okay, some people are showing up. Kind of PG. Sometimes a cuss word will happen. You're fine. I will censor you for the YouTube video. At least for the first 5 minutes of it. I like this demon... this demon character. Don't know who they are. Vrentinianos, and I'm your new best friend. I guess friend. I was about to say, I'm moderately vulgar. I should bail. You can, yeah, just share your Cash App. Right, exactly. See. Do you want me to implement a 5-minute coding adventure to get a swear jar? Is that the next stream? I just program a swear jar. I just have like a hotkey I hit whenever anybody cusses. I don't know. I feel like that encourages people. Alright, so we got a bunch of disaster characters playing Mahjong, or about to play Mahjong. You match the little tiles with each other till you run out. That's not the correct Mahjong. Yeah, I'm with Corey on this. To make it tied to bits, like, I take your bits whenever you swear. I don't think I can automatically do that. That'd be really funny. I also don't think you could use bits in my chat right now. I'm not affiliate yet, but you could change that. Spread the word about the stream. You could change. This sounds illegal. No, I will personally show up to your house. I am peeking. I will personally show up to your house and steal your bits. It's not a euphemism. I'll do it. Hang on, wait. I'll do it. Back to the game. Profit negative. Okay. Chloe, I would trust... Okay, if there's anybody here who I would trust with the numbers, it is probably Josh. That's like all you do. You do the... Well, okay, you do the words about the numbers. Salut. You rang? They're talking in emoticons. Yes, in need of a fourth. What in the fresh hell is this? I agree. Je m'appelle Thierry, and je suis... Oh god. A purveyor of... I can't do this. I can't do that accent. But I assume my reputation precedes me. I gotta stop. Get it out of my house. It knows Mahjong. Is that the pronoun usage? It? Series of transactions. Very good. I wanted to play with the corpses. You only know dirtbags. Oh! That's the name of the game! I just put it together unironically. Name drop, roll credits, yada yada. Meanwhile, upstairs, we have Rhea. We're getting all of the character introductions. The character art is great. I want to... The pixel art is really good. Very emotive. We're learning about the science lady. Here's everybody. We got a little... You know what this reminds me of? You know there's like chemical warning signs you see? Where it's like, this is the, like, flammability of the chemical that is contained within this container. That's what that is. That's what this is right here. We found Rhea. Oh, okay. Rhea whips out her blaster and starts firing arcs of concentrated laser energy at anything that moves, and most of what doesn't. Everybody else ducks for cover. This is a private basement. It's a political statement. If you don't put the gun down, I have a taser. Who will win? Oh, I skipped a line. Whoops. Vlog. Oh, I didn't skip a line. I just clicked a lot. We aren't loan sharks. Okay. They're not loan sharks. At least not the imp. I won't speak for or to the fox. This is the fox. Okay, we got an imp. Not a demon. A fox. Scientist with an eye patch. Cat, wolf, dog, animal, and then Rhea. New lodger. She answered a classified ad. Okay. Alien. $0 monthly rent. Test subject. Okay, I get it. This is a lot of dialogue. Okay, let's see. Yes, play Mahjong. 4-player game. I skipped a line. They don't know the first thing about Mahjong. I will teach you Mahjong if the game doesn't teach Mahjong. Let's do this. Mahjong soiree. I invite you to join me in a game of Try and Stop Me. If you play Mahjong correctly, Mahjong is a game of Try and Stop Me. right? Okay. The Mahjong tiles have scattered across the floor. Magical Mahjong tiles. A genie? Genie of the tiles? Who dares disturb my slumber? Okay. We're all pointing the blame at Rhea. Okay. You will pay for your misdeeds. Submit, interloper, and suffer my wrath. Not saying I'm submitting or not submitting just yet. Euphemism. Cool. My flames will scourge you entire from the ground on which you stand. Okay, so we have our characters. Moi aussi. We are speaking in NetSpeak again. Suffering will be endless. Okay. The over 600 set. Okay, we have a spirit trapped in a Mahjong tile, Tyrant Dragon, etc. Okay, Tyrant Dragon, Lord and Master of the one true Flame Herald of the Age of Unending Torment, who happens to just look like a lady. Your headcanon, Fieri, is Quebecois. I don't actually know the difference between Quebec French and France French. Other than that, it's different. I'm not your buddy. Oh, we had a Mahjong reference. You're worth 1 Han in a triplet. Okay. Roro. A lot more apostrophes and swears. Nice. Yes, let us play some Mahjong, please. The evil Mahjong dragon is un peu sexy. I didn't say it. See, I didn't say it. Okay, we all want to... We did it. We all want to boink the evil Mahjong dragon, I guess. We're gonna start with Chapter 1. You know, I walked into that. I walked into that one, Josh. The story mode involved playing Mahjong at some point, so we're on Chapter 1. Everyone here only wants to play Mahjong. Yes! I'm wearing a Mahjong jersey. For the Sakura Knights. Okay. Thierry, mon ami. Do you want to go fool around together if I beat you at Mahjong or something? No. You don't need to win at Mahjong for that. Okay. A quart of unicorn milk. Got basilisk milk. I'm learning the lore. Where am I going to find a unicorn's milk in the middle of the night? I ask myself that all the time. Pre-milked your... Perhaps one of them has pre-milked your unicorn. I don't know. Okay, let us play Mahjong. Okay. Let's do this. Love the art. Here we go. My success condition is finish a game of Mahjong. My failure condition is get 0 points. Here I am. This is me. I look just like this. Honestly, the drip is pretty fire. I'm gonna be real. I would rock this outfit. I would. Unironically, I would rock that outfit. Yeah, let's play. Okay. Anyone here have unicorn milk? Cool. So, there's no timer, right? Awesome. Current Shanten 3. Sub goal for schoolgirl map. You don't need a sub goal for that. You just need, I need to make like a throne account, and then you just need to buy me the stuff. So, who here wants to learn how to play Mahjong? We have tiles. These tiles come in different suits. These are the Manzu, or the characters. These are the Pinzu, or the dots. These are the sozu, the bamboo, and these are honor tiles. This is a wind tile for south. There's a north, south, east, west. And then there's 3 different dragons, the green, the red, and the white dragon tiles. Your goal in Riichi Mahjong is you need to get 4 melds and a pair. And a meld is 3 tiles that are either a triplet or a sequence. So a triplet could be 3 green dragons. A sequence could be, this is a 6-7. I could do a 5-6-7. I could do a 6-7-8. I could do a 5-5-5, for example. So we are looking at what is the best way to finish our hand. Step 1 in Mahjong, you just want to complete a hand. If you can learn that, you're good to go. And then, in Japanese Riichi style specifically, the complexity comes from your hand needs to also meet other conditions called yaku, or win conditions. And yaku are worth a variable number of han, or points. And the more han you have, the more exponential your score grows, up to a certain point called the score limit, or the Mongon, in which case it goes linear after that. And we will get into what I am doing as I make my decisions. I'm so excited to play Mahjong with you. We are going to discard the south tile first. Some magic spells happen, and I think this is an HP bar. Okay, we drew a 4. You win by getting a yaku, and different kinds of yaku are worth different amount of points. That is correct. You must have at least 1 yaku or win condition, and you could combine yaku. You could have multiple different win conditions. But for now, we're going to focus on just tile efficiency. I drew a 4 of bamboo. I have a 2 and a 6 of bamboo. That means I could do a 2, 3, 4. I could do a 4, 5, 6. That is sort of 1 block. We are considering the number of blocks I have. So, tiles that are less useful for me might include the 1 of dots, because the 1 of dots can only connect to itself as a 1-1 for a pair, a 1-1-1 for a triplet, or a 1-2-3 for a sequence. The terminal tiles of 1 and 9 are not as useful as the middle tiles. Plus, one of these ones was already discarded, so I will discard it. I got debuffed on something. Poison damage. I got poisoned. This is the funniest way I've seen to depict the 1 of bamboo. Normally it looks like a peacock. This one is just a bird. So, similar reason to why I got rid of the 1 of dots, which is all they're doing. I will get rid of the red dragon. Let's see what these are. I don't have MP built up enough to do a lightning strike. And the masturbator. Vren deals 2 damage to his target. Oh, you are a boy. And taunts them for their next 2 turns. Taunted targets can only attack or call on Vren, and he gains 1 MP per 1 damage he receives from them. Before I get to the cheating Ari, or with cheating aspects of the game, I'm going to try to play it normally and see how far that takes me at the red dragon. I just took 3 HP of damage. So, I'm going to call Pon. This will complete my triplet of green dragons. They said no. Okay. Green dragons is a yaku. I have a win condition, I just need to win the hand. So, what is the least efficient tile in my hand? It is the 2 of characters, or you could look at the 1 of bamboo. This is the 2 of characters. So you could just Pon whenever you want. Pon is how you complete a triplet. You can complete a triplet whenever the 3rd tile comes out from anybody. But to complete a sequence, or chi, you can only take that from the player on your left. Because that's just how the game works. The Shanten, you can see, says current Shanten 2. Shanten is the distance away from the state of being able to win. This means I am 3 away from winning, I'm 2 away from being 1 away from winning. Also known as Tenpai. At this tile. I'm losing HP, so I need to win fast. This is the 2 of bamboo. So, what is the tile that we would get rid of in this circumstance? It will be the 1 of Bamboo. It has to be. This one can be used in a 1, 2, 3, but guess what? If I get a 3, I have a 2, 3, 4. Also, having 2 2s mean I could call a third 2. So this 1 is not really doing me many favors. We get rid of it. There's some damage here. Lots of damage happening. I drew a 4. So this is an interesting situation. I do not know if there is such thing as, I don't know if there's the red 5s in this or not, right? I am overblocked a little bit. I have a pair, 2 pairs, 3 pairs. That's too many pairs. I need to start cutting down on the pairs because there's only 4 of each child. I have a 5-5 of the characters. There's only 2 other 5s left. So if I'm trying to force that to be a triplet, there's only 2 tiles remaining. But imagine I get rid of one of these 5s. Now I have a 4-5. That means I could get the 3s. I could get the 6s. There's 4 3s and 4 6s left. So instead of waiting for potentially only 2 tiles, I could be waiting for 8. And that's a lot better. Now, all of these other fun characters are going to damage each other. I'm about to die in the middle of the Mahjong game, which is hilarious. Another unfortunate draw because this is too many tiles, too many blocks. Is there an ability I could do? I'm going to use this because I need to restore my, I want some MP or something. No, this will do 4 damage to me if I build my MP. And I have 4 HP left. We're not doing that. We'll see if I survive. Do not clock. I mean, you could, Ren, that's on you. Exactly. I mean, I did say I would dress in a similar manner. I'm going to die. There is no coming back from this. I think my character is going to die. I have the 5, 6, 7. This is great. I need to get rid of a block. I'm going to get rid of this 2, and then I guess I'll just die. Because I have 1 HP. And I'm still poisoned. Oh, somebody called Ron. Thierry did a secret Damaten. What type of crap is that? I lived. So run is what you say when you win a hand off another player. Sumo is what you say when you draw it yourself. Did they call Ricci and I just didn't notice? I guess there's no like sound effect reinforcement for it. Next round, full health. I missed the Ricci because I'm used to sound effects. Stop damaging me. So, I am no longer the dealer. The dealership moves. I was the east seat. I'm no longer the east seat, I am the north seat. We could pawn this. Our hand would be really sad if we did, because it doesn't give us a Yaku to do that. So we will pass. And I'm glad I passed. So I'm going to get rid of the red dragon. I'm still poisoned. What I am looking at, stop damaging me, is I'm looking to complete some of these shapes. We are 2 Shanten, so 3 away from winning. Let's see what I draw. That is really good. So, this 2 goes 2, 3, 4. Amazing. I got a 4, 5. This could be a 3 and a 6. I got a 5, 5. This could, be another 5. This could be another 8. I have this 9 that's not doing me any favors. This 7 is not doing me any favors either. When you are playing, think about what is your loneliest tile. What is the tile that is hardest to connect to the rest of your hand? That is a tile that you do not want. Hey, all bamboo is not bad. I'm hurting. Okay, we have an 8. I like the 8 because it connects directly to the 7. 7, 8 waits on 6, 9. But this 1-3 only waits on a 2. That makes this shape very weak. So I'm going to get rid of the 1. It doesn't bring us closer to winning, but we start shifting what we are waiting for to make it more likely that we get the tile that we want. And we do not call the 1, 2, 3. We do not want any terminals right now, if we can help it. Drew a 6. That 6 is technically a bit better. Hee hee, 6, 9. Hello, Shisha. Welcome. What a way to enter chat. In Mahjong, there's these things called suji. Sometimes they're called octaves. 1, 4, 7, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9. And the reason they're called that is that they have 2 tiles between them. So like the 7, 8 waits on the 6, 9 octave. So it's part of the 3, 6, 9 suji overall. You don't need to worry about that right now. We are going to get rid of all of our dots, all of our pinzu. I am half HP. This is a very interesting way to play like Mahjong with HP. That 8 is not bad because I can wait on the 7. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7. God, you got all the hits right now. It's not as efficient a wait as the 6, 9 here because we're waiting only on the 7. So I really would like to just get rid of these pinzu, these dots, just get them out of my hand. They called Ricci. There was a sound effect. It was tiny. Ricci means they are 1 away from winning, and they are the dealer. So here's the scary thing. If you give the winning tile to a player, you pay the entire cost of those points. But if they draw it themselves, that cost is distributed among the other 3 players. This 2 of characters did not deal into this player. I could call pawn and take the triplet and then cut the 6. I don't know if that 6 of dots is safe. That might be what they're waiting for, but I know they're not waiting for the 2 of characters. So I now have a safe tile that I can use. Of course I draw the 7. That's fine. They're the dealer. The dealer gets more points than other players if they win. They get around 1.5 times more points. Do you think this game deals tiles fairly, or do you reckon they tilt towards player? From what I'm experiencing right now, I don't think it is cheating, but I will say Thierry here has gotten to Ricci twice. I can't deal in on that 2. I feel great about it. I am shifting. I do not want this 2. I am shifting. I am shifting. I am dying, but I am shifting. I got the 5. Hey, we're back in it. The West is unlikely to deal in because it is an honor tile, and it isn't... Did they just do a spell to steal a tile? I'm dead. I'm back. Oh, I died, so I skipped my turn. Interesting. Does this 1 deal in? It cannot deal in. They discarded a tile face down. Right? Like, what happened here? That's not face down. What is that tile? Anyway, this 1 won't deal in. I'm going to try as hard as I can to win without using spells. I will be the normal person while everybody else is magical. I do not want to call that sequence. That 3 is safe because it is in the dealer's discard. It is safe against the dealer. It is not necessarily safe against other players. It seems pretty safe against the player across from me. Don't know about the player to my left. It passed. We are so beaming right now. This east is also safe for a similar reason. 2 of the discards are here. They're just stealing tiles. I love that they could do that. They just killed the dealer. They're bleeding. Okay. I want to call Ricci. And we will decide which tile to get rid of. So, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6 is waiting on 6, 9 if I cut the 2. Is the 2 safe to cut? Don't know. Is the 5 safe to cut? Let's take a look. The 5 and the 2 are both not safe to cut. But I am 1 away from winning, and I would like to call Ricci, and maybe I'll take those odds. I think the 5 is technically the safer one to discard versus the 2, because I have some blockers. Like, I have these 4s, right? I have 2 4s here, and there's a 4 in their discards. So what is the likelihood they're waiting 4, 5, 6? When 3 of the 4s are, like, accounted for, and 2 of the 6s are accounted for, right? I'm gonna cut the 5. Ricci. And it passed. I'm waiting for either a 6 or a 9. And the player across from me just deals into the dealer, and I was right! They were waiting on a 2! They were waiting on a 2! I called it. Wait, they could have won on the 5, but they were dead. That's so funny. I told you 2-5 was dangerous. But they couldn't take the 5 because they're dead, but then I guess that doesn't count for Furry 10? Hang on. Why were they not in Furry 10? Furry 10 is a state that if you passed a win... Okay, Furry 10 is a complex thing. I'm going to simplify it. If you pass a win while in Ricci, like you don't call a tile to win off of while you're in Ricci, you cannot call that tile off of anybody else. But they were dead. They had 0 HP, which made my discard safe. I feel like they should have still been in Furry 10, right? Is that a bug? Or is that intentional? I have to think about this now. I'm concerned a little bit. Okay. Ignoring that, let us take a look at this hand. I have a 5, 6, 7. That is a completed shape. We're gaming. We are ballin'. 5, 6, 7. Shape is complete. I now have a 9, 9. That could be one of my pairs. I have another 9, 9. That could be a different pair. I have an 8, 9. Could be a 7, 8, 9. I have another 8, 9. Could be a 7, 8, 9. I have a 2, 3 waiting on a 1, 4. A 2, 3 waiting on a 1, 4. So I don't want to have too many pairs. So I'm going to get rid of one of these 9s. I'm going to take damage. Also, yeah, exactly. How do the powers interact with normal rules? Who knows? There is a Yaku if you have... There's a couple of Yaku options I have available for me here. I drew the 1. This is good. I'm going to cut the 9 again, which means I'm committing that I want a 1, 4, 7 on the bamboo. I have too many shapes. I have to decide which shape to get rid of, so I'm going to just cut the 9s that I've already started cutting. This tile is the door indicator, this 1. The tile after this tile is worth bonus points. Do not call. Cut that. So I have a 2. The 2 is worth bonus points. The tile switching is very funny. Okay, 7, 8, another 7. Get out of here. Don't need that 7. Already have 5, 6, 7. They're in Ricci. This player is in Ricci. We have to be a little careful. We have to be a little careful. That is very unfortunate what I drew. I have a tile where I could bail, right? I could say I don't want to fight this hand. I drop the 7 because they dropped the 7. I don't really want to do that. Like, I really don't want to do that. I want to fight. I want to win points. I do not want to drop a tile close to the Dora, not yet, because they could very well have, like, a 2, 4, and they're waiting on a 3. This 8 that I just drew passed a turn before. I won't play defense. And I am good. I'm so good. Now I can call Ricci. And I'm going to call Ricci waiting on just the 7. We're going to see if this 3 deals in. It did not deal in. Is this a Yaku? Ricci is a Yaku. Oh, wrong. Richi Patsudora, easy. I think the game, like, was nice. I think the game was being kind to me. Richi Patsudora is, correct. 3Han 40 Fu, is normally, a hand work. Oh, there's a lot of point sticks left over. Interesting. Wait, why are there 2,000 points from Richi bets? Oh yeah, there was a second Richi, and then there was the points I dealt in. I don't like the way this number is calculated. The Richi bets should not be included within the score. 3Han 40 Fu should be 5,200. Plus the Honba should make it 5,500. You never include the Richi bets in the score number. The score number should correspond to what you say when you play the game. I'm now talking as like a person who's semi-pro. I play tournaments and stuff. If I won this hand in real life, I would say Ron. I would flip to look for the Urador indicator. And then I would say 5,200 is 5,500. Because that would be how you report the score. But I win this hand. Awesome, we're into the next round. I am also in first place. Come on, first place. I haven't cheated yet. What tiles are we looking at here? A 1, 4, 6, 7. The 6, 7 is great. 6, 7. The 6, 7 is great. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I did that. This is my apologies. I never thought I would make this video. But the 6-7 is waiting for a 5-8. The 2-3 is waiting for a 1-4. The 6-6 is a pair. The 2-4 is waiting for a 3. The 7-8 is waiting for a 6-9. So, what are our loneliest tiles? White Dragon is kind of bad. The 1 is bad. They ought to highlight that way harder. Highlight what specifically? I am curious. I'm going to get rid of the White Dragon. One of them is already cut. There's only 4 of them. Not very useful. Oh, the scores? Yeah. This is kind of normal for a lot of Mahjong clients to have the score like tiny like this. We do not make calls. Get rid of this 1 lonely tile. So now this could be a 1, 2, 3, a 2, 3, 4, or a 2, 2, 2. Many options here. We keep the possibilities open. Again, do not want to call. Don't need that south. Goodbye. The pixel art is very cute. I got an 8. So 7, 8, 9 on the table. So we have this interesting 4, 6, 7. The 5 is kind of connecting to the 6, 7. It could connect to the 4, 6. This is like one block if you think about it, and we're a little overbooked on our tiles. I'm gonna get rid of that. It doesn't bring us closer to winning. We are just shifting our tiles around. They took something in my discards. Wait, that could furry 10 me. Hang on. I can't wait on the 2 for the triplet now. They put it in my discards. So that puts me furry 10 on a tile I didn't discard? Okay. We're not gonna wait for that tile then, for sure. And you just sumoed? Oh, you Richi, right. Let's see what you got. See, saying Mongon 9,000 is incorrect. Mongon is 8,000 points. Richi Menzen Chin Tsumo Ho. Welcome to the chat, Vlad. Richi Tsumo Pinfu Ipatsu Ipeiko. That is an interesting ordering of things, I guess. Usually people, when they count the scores out loud, which in a tournament you just say the number, you'd say Richi Patsumo, right? Because Ipatsu is sort of like an implication post-Richi. You can only get Ipatsu after Richi. So I'm used to saying Richi Patsu Pinfu, or Richi Patsumo Pinfu Ipeiko would be what I said. This is a great hand. So they are in the lead again. But notice, because they drew it, rather than me dealing in, I only paid a portion. I only paid 2,000 points. I didn't pay the 8,000 points. Which is why defense is important. Get rid of White Dragon here. All of these dragons are bad. It's interesting and also incorrect that they put D for the dragons, because these are different tiles. So, if you were to annotate the tiles... What's up, Skate? Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you again, dude. Yo, everybody go follow this guy right now. Everybody go follow Skate right now. I'm not even joking. You gotta go follow this guy. This guy is the no G. He's a real one. What I was saying is it's incorrect that D is put on all the dragon tiles when they are different tiles. In a Chinese set, you would see B for bai, you would see F for fa, and you would see Z for zhong. If you wanted to go by the Japanese words, you would say haku hatsu chun. But you could also do bai here, so bai hatsu chun. But DDD is just not correct. That's just not the correct way to show that. This hand is not too bad, though. We are looking to Ricci once again. So let's see why it's not so bad. We got a 4-4-4. You could say that's a triplet, or you could say 4-4-4-5, waiting on a 3-6. Okay, 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pair, 5 pairs. If you have 7 pairs, you win. So the game has told me we want to go for 7 pairs here. So we're just going to do it. That means whatever I draw next, I'm going to cut the 4. And maybe I get a Ricci if I draw a 5 or 7. 7 pairs is a Yaku. East has been cut twice. I will keep the possibility... No, I won't, because I could technically draw more triplets and then go for a Yakuman. We are not making any calls. We will never make a call. Here's how you get good at Mahjong. Don't make any calls. I'm dead. So I guess I skip a turn. Can you imagine Mahjong, but you just kill someone? I'm back. I skip my draw. They take a tile from my discards, which is very funny. I'm drawing into a Yakuman. No joke. If I draw a 9, a 1, or an 8, I am now 1 away from a Yakuman. Yakuman is 32,000 points. They took my tile. They just straight up took my tile as I drew it. I could also make a call to have all triplets, which is a good hand as well. They put their tile down, Mushi tile. So I still don't know what that means. I think that's their ability to just discard in a way that, or not Mushi, only, to discard in a way that nobody could win off of it. Vlad is asking what hand they won when they played IRL with me. Did I just have my turn skipped? Yeah, was I dead again? Ooh, interesting. 5-5. None of the other 5s have been... Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, guys. That's so funny. I gotta ban somebody for the first time. Dude, I'm big leagues. Big leagues. Dropping Mushi, yeah. So, if I am trying to get all of these triplets, I now have 2 5s. I also have seen no evidence that red 5s are in the game. There are 2 5s left. There's only 1 9 left, so I'm going to cut the 9, and we're going to switch to waiting for these 5s. So funny. Get rid of this 9 again. We're going to get rid of this 9 eventually. I want to draw a 5, a 1, or an 8. One of the 8s is cut. The other tiles are very live. And then I could have all triplets. And yes, you did get Hote. At this point, I will call, so we won't go for Yakuman. This is a Yaku. I'm now waiting for 1-8. This is Toy Toy. They called Ricci. One of my weights is there. Stop attacking. Attack them. Don't call Ricci. I'm dead. I am dead if I cut this. Let me think. The player across from me is not waiting for the 6 because it's in their discard pile. I have 3 4s and 3 5s. The chance of 4, 5, 6, incredibly unlikely. Still possible. How about 5, 6, 7? Or 6, 7, 8? Possible. I could deal in on this. I am pushing. I did not deal in. And the player across from me drew their winning tile. They were waiting on a 3. Ricci, Tsumo, Hatsu, Ricci, Patsumo. They really need to put Ipatsu up here. It should be Ricci, Ipatsu, Tsumo. I will hold on to that. Ricci, Patsumo, Hatsu. Forhan, 40 Fu. See, putting 10,000 is wrong. It really should be 8,000. This is a Mangan hand. It's interesting that the previous hand said Mangan. This hand does not say Mangan, despite it being Mangan. File the bug. It's not a bug. And I think the person who made the game potentially will watch the VOD because they know that I'm playing it. This person is bleeding. Endgame. I win because my condition was not to lose. So. They don't look too happy. Are you winning, son? I got second place without cheating. Okay, let's continue the story arc here. Can I get you a drink? Okay, we're flirting with the alien, I guess. Oh, that's hitting. Cool. Mama's playing tiles right now. We're still trying to get the unicorn milk, of course. So, my goal... This is Mahjong where you could cheat. I am not cheating. This is my goal. This is my self-imposed challenge. I am just going to play like I normally play. All of the wild stuff around me can happen. Oh, dude, Vlad, you were not here for the extremely long intro. Tooth collection. Okay. We gotta get rocket fuel and unicorn milk. We're gonna tiles anyway. Alright. My special rule. Only Ricci allowed is open Ricci. I heard some weird noises outside. If you don't know, when you Ricci, you call Ricci, your hands are closed. Awesome. Open Ricci is when you call Ricci and you show what your hand is, and everybody can see what you're waiting for. Which doesn't come up in actual tournament play, because it's silly. I need to finish with a lower rank than Rhea, so I need to not be above Rhea. That means if my points are higher than Rhea's, I need to make sure I am dealing in intentionally. So there is a concept in Mahjong where you do want to deal in intentionally to people, because you want to, perhaps you see there's a threat on the table, they might win 12,000 points, and you see somebody who only is going to win 1,000 points. Sometimes your goal is to just give the 1,000 points and advance the round. So, if my goal is to have a lower score than Rhea, the green one here, what I want to do is never win a hand. Right now we have the same number of points. I'm going to get into the state of almost winning a hand and not winning it. In fact, I'm going to turn 1 fold. You heard it here. From turn 1, I'm going to discard... You see this Shanten count? We're going to go backwards. We're going to make this number go up. See? That number just went up. We are going to go further away from winning. And this is actually a defensive thing. What is this? I'm taking laser damage. It is a real thing when you play. The idea of just being able to fold and knowing how not to deal in, how to get rid of your dangerous tiles early. Are they missing a tile here? Did a tile get zooped out of existence? Laser damage is real. Let's get rid of that. We're making it more difficult for me to win. Intentionally. So part of it is I'm getting rid of tiles that are more likely to be dangerous later. Things near the Dora, pretty bad. We don't want them. Things that connect to that 7 of dots, we don't want them. Honestly, me losing HP is fine. We will not pawn. We absolutely will not take tiles. We are trying not to win. That 6 advances my hand, so I don't want it. And it is early enough that it won't deal in, or is unlikely to deal in. They have lost... They're moving their tiles into my discards, which is very funny. The idea of this is to make it so I can't win on those tiles. So they're causing me to go for E10 on those tiles. They just took my tile. My other goal is that if Rhea calls Ricci, or if they get into a state where they're about to win, I want to give them the winning tile so I have fewer points than they do. Weaponized for E10. Yeah, I like it. My discard pile is crazy. They called Ricci. Okay, they called open Ricci, by the way, so we could see exactly what they're waiting for, which is a 3 of dots. I need to go lower than Rhea. But because it's open Ricci, I know what they're waiting for. I just hope Rhea doesn't deal in intentionally. Okay. So let's see. I am now going to attempt to discard cards that Rhea might be waiting for. They're not waiting for the 6. They're not waiting for the 9. Let's see if they would like an 8. Better call your insurance. That's not taking the tile. Forehead goggles are peak. You are correct. I'm also dead, which means I can't deal into Rhea. Did we just shuffle everybody's discards? Wait. We shuffled everybody's discards, and that got them out of Ricci? And then they went into Ricci, but then they were still winning on that, but they weren't in Ricci. What just happened? But wait, if Rhea Ricci, that means I'm currently ahead of Rhea. They're 1,000 points below me. That's not good. I need to deal in. But my hand is so good. If I was playing this normally, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is waiting on a 3, 6, 9. Because I could have 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Or I could have this 4, 5, 6 here, and then I could have a 6, 7, 8 or a 7, 8, 9. There's 7, 8, 9 here. I just got a 5, 6. I have my pair. These 2 are tiles I don't need. But I'm trying not to win. So I'm going to discard the Dora. I'm going to try to keep tiles that are dangerous against Rhea. So because I know Rhea doesn't need the green dragon, I'm going to cut that as well, such that when Rhea is about to win, I can deal into it. In the meanwhile, it is unlikely Rhea would ever wait on a west, so I'm okay cutting that. My discards are getting juicy. Okay. It's so funny. It's so funny. The 9 is unlikely. This hand started off like 1 away from being able to call Ricci, and I'm just destroying it by cutting Dora turn 1. If they don't want the 8, do they want the 5? If they don't want the 9, do they want the 6? I'm gonna cut my pair. It is very unlikely they would be waiting on a south ever, especially if I have 2 of them already. I want to keep myself with only dangerous tiles. And really, at this point, I'm trying to deal into anybody. No cheat. So I would love if one of these guys called Open Ricci again, because that is one of the rules, right? That way I could see what they're waiting on, and I could try to get it. That's why I discarded this 8 of bamboo, is they just discarded it. Okay, Ricci, what are you waiting on? You're waiting on an 8 or a 3. I don't have either. I don't have an 8 or a 3. I can't deal into that. How am I supposed to deal into this? I need to draw an 8 or a 3 so I can deal in. Does dealing in count as a Yakumon in this game? Sometimes dealing into an Open Ricci when you're not in Ricci counts as you pay a Yakumon payment, which, given the conditions for the game, is fine. They're still waiting on the same thing. They're still waiting on the same thing. Yeah, they're still waiting on the same thing. Do not call. I'm in Tenpai, which is hilarious. I somehow got back into a Tenpai, and a valid Tenpai, and a better... This is like Ricci Pinfu, Ipeiko if I get the 6. Like, this is such a good hand. 4-5-6, 4-5-6, waiting on a 6 for another 4-5-6. The goal of the game here is not to win the hand. This is Sumo, Tanyao, Pinfu, Sanshoku. This is an 8,000 point hand already. If I do this, I lose, because my goal is to not be a Borea. But this is the type of hand that people want, right? Tanyao, so I have no terminals or honors. Sanshoku, closed Sanshoku. 4-5-6, 4-5-6, 4-5-6. Pinfu, I have met the conditions of Pinfu. It is 3 melds a pair, and the pair is not like a Yakuhai pair, and it is a 2-sided weight. God. This is a really good hand, and I can't take the win. Because I am trying to deal in. That is the condition, right? This is gonna hurt. Yeah, now I'm in Furry 10. That's fine. If I draw it again, I swear. Pass. So sad to, like... The moment I said, like, I'm not taking the win, and then I just draw it. Can I choose not to cheat? What if I don't want to cheat? There are so many possibilities for taking these tiles, and I don't want to take it. You're in a Furry 10. Furry 10, not furry 10. Furry 10 is the state of not being able to win. The 10 is like tenpai, the state of being able to win. Is this a bug? Is this a bug? The fact that I can't just pass it, is that a bug? I'll just pawn. Yeah, I mean, I'll just do it. I'm not trying to win. I think the skip was pushed extremely off-screen. Okay, they'd sumo. That's really bad, because the dealer pays more, right? The dealer always pays more. I could have had such a good hand. Which means I am in second place. I'm now 2,000 points ahead of Rhea. And I just have a garbage hand. That's incredible. 1 honor, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is actually the worst. The one of bamboo is just the burb. No, there's no ah yes here. This is a devastating situation. I need to deal in. I need to lose. My condition is to be worse off than Rhea. So I'm trying to just get rid of these junk tiles to have only dangerous tiles for late game so I could try to deal into people to lose points. The problem is I'm not getting those tiles. And instead I'm just building amazing hands. It is an interesting thought experiment though, because there are cases when you're actually playing Mahjong where you do, like, what's it called? Is it sashikomi? I believe is the term. Where you're intentionally trying to deal into somebody. And that comes up if you're playing to, like, specific conditions also. They took my tile. I'm getting rid of this because it passed. I'm trying to keep only tiles nobody has cut, so that later game it becomes very dangerous. It's a Saki situation, that's true. My turn got skipped. Do not call. I do think something that can improve the game experience is sound effects for what's going on. Because it can be hard to follow, like why these things are happening the way they're happening. Like imagine sound effect, like you'd get a lot of sound effects, but I think this game would benefit from that. There's like some sound design lessons to learn from games like Mahjong Soul as well, for example, where there's like nice sounds every time a tile is dropped. Yeah, Jong ASMR, exactly. This one is safe, so I want to get rid of it. I'm dead, so I miss a turn. I'm surprised that in lore, Rhea's supposed to be decent at Mahjong, right? And I am intentionally trying not to win. And they're still in last place. So, it's time to start thinking about how to deal into somebody. Because this person loves to, this person across from me, my Toyman, Theory, loves to do Damaten or have hands in a winning state without calling Ricci. So let us look at their hand and try to deduce tiles that are dangerous against them. We know that 8 is not dangerous because the 8 just passed. So we're going to ignore the 2, 5, 8. And we also know 5 is there. 3, 6, 9 passed. 1, 4, 7 has not passed them, maybe recently. I'm going to try the 4. That's an option. 3, 6, 9. The 8 was there, so that covers the 5. The 7 here is dangerous. The 8 is safe. The 6 could be a deal in tile as well. Let's start with the 6. My goal is to deal in. Please call Ricci so I can see what you want. Let's try the 7. I'm just picking... What happened here? Okay. Are you doing... You're doing Chitoy. They want a 3. Here, take it. I need to lose. Take it. Is that a Yakuman when it's an open Ricci? It is. Cool. That suffices. We did it. That is the happiest I've ever been to dealing into a Yakuman. Yes. Fun challenge. Let's keep going. Chapter 3. Hey Hana. I'm the cat thing's pet. Interesting. Okay. We're doing science at the outer limits of human imagination. The science never stops. So, Vren here is just incredibly flirtatious. Oh. Yeah, okay. Very poly, very open. Okay, we're getting the rocket fuel. I guess this is part of the trade quest. We get the rocket fuel, we get the unicorn milk. Ghost limestone. Okay, the trade quest continues. This game is made in Godot, I believe. I believe the game is made in Godot. Okay, what failure condition is if I run out of points? Oh, okay. It's now harder. See, I can't just deal into a Yakuman. I have to have a score lower than Hana's. But I can't have a score so low that I go negative. So we're gonna do a similar thing. There is no open Ricci here, I believe. I am the dealer. And this is Dora. Why are we raising our jonglers? My goal is to deal in. I just need to lose. I need to deal in. And I believe there's a setting to make... we're going to auto-reject calls. And I'm going to... there's no setting to make the speed up, I guess. There might be in the main menu settings. Yeah, we are not trying to win. Otherwise, I would not cut Dora turn 1. I love that they're whisking away their discards into my pile. I'm dead. So far, we haven't used a special ability, by the way. Just saying. This has been pure gameplay. If I was playing legitimately to try to win, I would cut this too. Well, now I wouldn't. I would keep this because 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is amazing. We could get to the state where I'm about to win again, like last time, and then just refuse to win. That's a fun challenge. It's like, know that I'm good enough to get to that state very efficiently. And then just refuse to take a win. It's kind of BM. Who's our favorite design here? I do like... oh my god, I'm just getting bodied. See, that should play like a big sound effect. So technically, I can't win if I'm, if I die and have to miss a turn. There are a number of tiles that I could draw to get this hand into Tenpai. The best of which... Oh, I have a great idea. I could call Tenpai and give 1,000 points and then refuse to take a win. That'll guarantee that I go down in points. Because I would pay the 1,000 points to reach you. And then I just literally refuse to take a win after them. Okay, they're reaching. Hang on. I need to deal in. Okay, what are they waiting on? They're not waiting on the Dora. They're not waiting on the 5. 258 is fully clear. They could be 4-7. They could be 3-6-9. They're not waiting on the 9. They're not waiting on the 1. They cut the 5. That makes the 2 less likely. They cut the 9. Half Suji 6. What is my most dangerous tile to get rid of? 7 is pretty scary to get rid of here because there is no 1, there is no 4. There's a couple 1s that passed by a while back. I don't see any 4s. So the chances of, what, 5, 6? But they got rid of 5 early. Would they have 5, 6 waiting on 7? They could have 8, 9. Maybe they overflowed there. 7 looks rough. So I'm going to cut it. Deal in! Oh, yo, Sumo's good! Sumo's good! Win it yourself! What was it? I should have dropped the 6! Richipot. There's a lot of Ipatsu. Okay, we have confirmed the game is using not Kyriage Mangan. We have confirmed that, by the way. Because Forhan 30fu, normally, in this situation, would be 2,000, 3,900, right? Which is what that is. Think about playing in person. Exchanging 3,900 points is annoying. So there's a rule that basically everybody who plays in person follows called Kyriage Mangan, where they round that up to 2,000, 4,000. But this is good that I was the dealer and they sumoed. I took the biggest loss. All I have to do now is not go below 0. I've also noticed these are East-only games. So all I have to do is not go below 0. It's easy. So I could once again get in a state of Tenpai without ever calling a win. We'll get rid of the Dora. Nobody wants Bird. The important thing is I want to make sure Hana doesn't lose either. That's going to be potentially tricky. They're reaching. Oh, they're so good. I actually want to be careful about dealing in to not, like, completely be defeated immediately because I can't go below 0. And this is only East 2 right now. I actually don't want them to win. I want the round to advance. I need to get it to East 4, and then I need to be done playing. The 8 of Bamboo is safe. The Pasol is safe. Don't call. So if I could win a shitty hand, crappy hand, I apologize. That is potential for a crappy hand. If I could win a hand that's only 1,000 points, I'm very happy, so that is what I am aiming to do. I'm aiming to win a hand that is only worth 1,000 points to force the round to continue so that I could stay below them. They are 10,000 points ahead of me. My turn got skipped. This 3 will be cut. Give me a 4, 7, 3, 8. 3, 4, 7, 8 to call. They call Ricci. I can cut this 3, which is safe. I am waiting for a 3-8. I'm in Tenpai for 1,000 points. And only 1,000 points. Though I guess it would be plus the Ricci sticks. No cheat. Wrong. 1,000 points, please. And then I get the 2 Ricci 6, so 3,000. We advance the round. I am still below, even though I'm second place, I am still below Hana. That is the goal, right? I need Hana to take first. So that was a calculated decision to quickly advance the round. That is actually good practice for some tournament play. Being able to like navigate, not deal in, and just advance the round with the worst possible hand takes skill. Skill I have. I'm so good at Mahjong. And we could do it again. 1,000 points is really all I care about. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Wait, this hand's actually good. I don't like that. See, if I draw the 8 of bamboo, I have a Yaku via Pinfu. Pinfu no Mi is so crap in terms of value. Oh, I'd rather do this to get, I guess Tanyao Pinfu is still only 2,000 points. I just have to be careful not to go too high, because if Hana deals in, we have a problem. They're still 5,600 points ahead of me. Let me think about this. 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Chi. We're gonna get 1,000 points. I'm waiting on a 2-5. For 1,000 points, Tanyao, no Mi. That means no honors, no terminals. I am really just trying to advance the round. But I will pass the win if it's off Hana, because I do not want to take points from Hana. If I take 1,000, then the delta changes by 2,000 for us, because they go down 1,000, I go up 1,000. I don't want that. I need to go up 1,000. They need to not change their points. 2-5 of bamboo. Yan Usol, as they say. I'm also in Furry 10 because the 5 is here, so I can't actually call a Ron. Sumo would be great. 300, 500 is very funny. I can't deal in with this. I'm okay dealing in to this. Hee. Okay. What tile could they be waiting on? 4 is a great candidate because 1-4, with 1 being the Dora. I'll give you a 4. Yeah, I called it. I told you. They're waiting on 1-4, right? Show me the 1-4 wait. No, it's not. It's a 4-7. That's fine. 1-4-7, same Suji. Great. Excellent. I am now so many points below Hana that even if I win a hand, I don't win the game. They are so far above me, which is what I wanted. So I'm going to try to zoom, end the game, and secure my placement without going over them. These Easts, I will call East. That is a Yaku. I will do what I can to end this round as quickly as possible to secure the win condition that the game has specified. Do I want to Autozuke this? Sure. Autozuke is, I'm making a call, right? I don't have a Yaku. My hope is that I get a Yaku, which is to say somebody give me one of these Easts. It's a little risky. I'm taking so much damage. I'm dead. Why am I dead? They're in Ricci. They are the dealer, though. If they win, the round continues, which can be scary. This one is unlikely. It's possible. The reason it's unlikely, I have 3 of the 2s, and the last 2 is here, so they cannot have 1, 2, 3. The only way they could have the 1 is if it connects to other 1s. They called Ricci. Hana could win it. What's a tile that is... So the problem is, I don't know if there's double run in this implementation. If there is head bump, I can give a dangerous tile that potentially both of these players are waiting for. I can't do that currently. I need Hana to win, just not off me. Let me think. I'm gonna discard a dangerous tile. I just need to hope that the hand is not worth more than 16,000 points. The 2 was fine. 2 was cleared, 8 is cleared. That makes the 5 a lot safer because 2, 5, 8. But this 1 just cleared, and that's the safest option. The problem is if we get to the end of the round... I'm in Tenpai. We did it! It's done. I did it. I finished below Hana. In fact, Hana won. We have secured the dub. We've secured the dub. We can continue the Vren storyline. You're a ghost, right? I am hitting on everybody. This is so funny because this is like just the opposite of who I am as a person. So I guess every chapter is... Do you want to hang out in prison? I guess every chapter so far is Vren interacting with the other characters. Unicorn milk. Rocket fuel. Ghost limestone. We got the ghost limestone. Ancient scroll of unbinding. But what if they all say yes? Alright, this is interesting. Finish a full game of Mahjong, stay silent. Stay silent means don't make any calls. Right? What about sumo? Special rules, I gain an MP at the start of each turn, probably to bait me into using my abilities. And don't fall below 0 points. This is kind of the same thing as what I was doing, right? Where I will not call Chi, I will not call Pon. The difference is that I can't quickly advance the rank, because that usually requires calling. So we're gonna immediately say auto-reject Chi Pon. Does sumo count? I mean, you say something when you call sumo. There's also calling con if I have the 4 in my hand. I'm assuming I can't do that anyway. If they say no calls, like stay silent. So we'll just get into the state of Tenpai and not call anything because we need the round to advance. I am curious if sumo will hurt me, so we will try to build an efficient hand, and then I guess we'll find out. is a good hand we're building. I have a lot of pairs. Do I want to commit this as my pair 5-8? That means the 7. The 6 is connected there. I think that did go backwards. Did that go backwards to Shunton? I'm tired. I don't think it did. What am I furry 10 on? If you made me furry 10 on 9, that's fine. It is like, there is a character in Saki, I think in the side A specifically, where she has no powers, and she says, Mahjong's really difficult because she has no powers, and everybody else has powers. And that's how I'm playing this game. And this is good. This is good. Three six is good, but I can't call wrong. Yeah, the rule said this is I can't call Ricci either. I have to stay silent, right? I am now in Tenpai. I was not allowed to call Ricci. I am so curious if I draw my tile, if I'm allowed to win it. Don't Ricci, right? We're not allowed to Ricci. Well, hang on. It said don't call. And it said don't call roll. Is it disallowed? Do I lose if I do this? What I'm curious on, I should have tested it by making a call earlier. And I forgot to see if I could make the game speed faster. So if I called Sumo Tanio Pinfuri Peiko as dealers, 2,600 points all. Wait, no, sorry, Dora-san. Sorry, no, this is 6,000 points all. This is a crate. Do I lose if I Sumo? Because I called. Seems fine. My character just said ... So I'm guessing that means they just showed the hand without saying anything. Because if I can Sumo without making any calls, right? Let me check. Don't use my taunt. Don't call on any tiles. Okay, Sumo should be allowed. What this means is I could just keep Dama Sumoing. Dama means I'm not declaring Ricci, I'm not opening my hand. I could make everybody else go to 0. Because remember, I am playing with efficiency in mind. Speaking of, that means this 9's gotta go. Yeah, okay, now we're overblocked, for sure. That 2 can connect to Dora. I'm dead. Straight up, I'm dead. While I'm dead, I could catch up on some reading. Because my turn got skipped. Is it still not my turn? Okay, it's my turn. We did it. somebody Roan already? That fast? Oh, they're Ricci. I didn't even get to do anything. Right? Like, my turn got skipped 3 times, and then, cool. Totally fine. You can take your 3,900. I got 18,000. Alright. Auto-reject the calls. Sorry, I got a weird email right now. But we can play this so efficiently. We're gonna get rid of this one dots. For sure. For sure. For sure, for sure. So in terms of... my turn got skipped again. In terms of efficiency... this 8 is bad. This 1... The fact that I have a 4 with this 1 makes this 1 really bad. The 8-5 is awkward. The 1-4 is awkward. This 5 is awkward, but I need a pair. This 4 is awkward, but I need a pair. I'm not 100% sure what my pair will be through this endeavor. And that's kind of the interesting thing. I'm keeping the possibilities open. Yeah, there's that 2, so 2, 3, 4. Get rid of that 8. That implies that the 4 will not be my pair. Unless I draw like a 7 or something, then I don't want this 2. That means a 1, 2, 3. As a note, the dealer discarded Dora 2 times in a row. Also, as a note, I think my win I'm dead. I think my win condition is literally don't die. It's not get first. It is don't go below 0. They did their little Oni thing. There's that 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. I will cut the 1. That means, we're gonna get a Tanyo at least. All the tiles got shuffled. No. They call Ricci. That's difficult now to parse because their discard pile is not what it was, so I can't remember what they had discarded. I love how you have to redeclare Ricci afterwards. That's, like, really funny. We know this 6 was real. We know that 4 was real. We know this... They're now furry 10 on 7. I'm gonna drop the 7. The 7 seems safer. Is the 9 safe? Sure was. I know the 1 passed already, and they're furry 10 on 1 now. I'm not gonna open con. But now I know that's safe. Which means I don't need to Ricci. I just need to draw a 3 or a 6. But I am in Tenpai. This is Tanyo Pinfu. Is that 6 safe? I cut it earlier. 1 tile. I can't call Ron. Exhaustive draw. I was in Tenpai. You're in Tenpai. You're in Tenpai. We're all in Tenpai. Nobody loses any points. But the round doesn't advance, so that's actually, like, not an ideal outcome. Oh, first thing to do. No chi, no pun. We will keep trying to build hands that are in Tenpai with wide weights that I can just draw myself. So if I get a third one of these norths, I am the north seat. I can't call for it. I still don't know if my Tsumo counted as a call. I don't know if the game would auto-fail you or not if you make a mistake like that. Which is a little annoying to not know that information. Because imagine that it did, then I played this entire half game, because these are just half games, for kind of no reason. Why am I getting blasted by lasers every 3 seconds? In the meanwhile, chat, how's it going? Have you learned how to play Mahjong watching this? This is exactly what happens. You get, like, blasted by lasers. Zap, zap. Okay. Get rid of that 1. Actually, that was a mistake. I should have gotten rid of the 9. I'm overblocked anyway, so who cares? It only hurts a little? Are you in pain? Why are you in pain? I am so far ahead in points right now. We will get rid of the 2. Oh, they called Ricci. I know that they discarded North Tiles, and those are safe. So we will play safe. I hope they don't win because they're the dealer. I'm gonna be Furry 10. I don't trust cutting the 7. They called Ricci? I hope my Toyman wins. Okay. The 7, they're now Furry 10 on 7. It's not Tenpai. 3, 6. 6 became safer. But then I need a pair. I guess that's the 5. The 7 looks bad. The 6 looks bad. 5 looks really bad. I have points, as long as they don't deal into dealer. 5 is also Dora, so I'm not gonna be cutting that. Does that deal in? Nope. Because I could have another Pinfu Tanya Dora too. Everybody's Ricci. Nobody's cut the green dragon. Hang on. 0 cut green dragon is incredibly bad. I can't cut that. My goal is not to win this hand anyway, but the 3 does look pretty safe. I'm gonna be real, the 3 looks pretty good. They cut the 6. 6 is safe. Green dragon is not safe. 5 tiles left. We play it safe. I can't give the green dragon. 6 of bamboo was safe. Run on Hote? Hey, Vlad, you did that. It was the 7. 7. Why is it 12,000? Oh, there's 5,000 point sticks. See, this scoring is confusing. My goal of the round is to stay silent and not go below 0. That advanced the round, I don't care to win. 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4. I'm just saying, 7 pairs. This 4, 5, 6 is awkward though. That is a completed shape. It would be great to get like a 6, 7, 8. I'll keep the 9. Goodbye, bird. I did stop the chi pawn. Amazing. 5 pairs. Now remember, I can't call Rowan. I have to draw it myself. They're in Ricci already? Excuse me. Wait, I'm dead. I can't even draw. You know what? Being dead is actually a good thing in this case when it skips your turn. Because it means you don't, you can't deal in. You can't deal in if you're dead. 5 safe. I now know the 6 is safe. Okay, we're doing it. 3, 4, please. Ooh. How greedy? How greedy am I? Let me think. I can stick with the 7 pairs plan. Because the 3 can go. The 3 is safe. North is not safe, weirdly. North could actually give them a lot of value, but I have a lot of points to spare. By the way, bear with glasses, if you didn't notice, there's a sleeping cat over there. I've angled my body to try to showcase the cat as best as I can. Sumo is fine because they're not the dealer. What was your weight? 4? 1, 4. Amazing. Final round. I just need to be quiet. No chi, no pom. Yakuhai, Yakuhai. Not going to be very useful if I can't call. Plus that draw was very useful. I get rid of the 9, I get rid of the 1, I get rid of the green dragon. Okay, maybe don't get rid of the 9. Not yet. But I get rid of this 1. Okay, okay, okay. The 8 and the 9 go away for Tanyao, but it doesn't really matter because, again, I can't win off of another player. Potential 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. Potential Sanshoku. Can I dream? I could dream. I can dream. I can very dream. I am going backwards in Shanten, I don't care. I probably should have cut the 2, 4. Don't care. I definitely should have cut the 2, 4. Dude. The numbers you say regularly in this game... Here's a question. Do you think there is Nagashi Mangan in this game? If I discard only honors and terminals? I guess we won't find out. I swear, if I play the entire round and my sumo cost me, I'll be upset. I feel like if you fail the round, you should like instantly fail the level, right? 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. We are not going to have the dream happen. I don't think there is Aka. I don't think there are red tiles. In fact, I saw a potential pawn for 4 of the 5s, and none of them are red, so this is Akanashi, interestingly enough. It's actually not common for, like, client implementations of Mahjong. So, I'm dead. We lose a turn and a tile. They call Ricci. I could deal in and end the game. Everybody's tile is jumbled. I'm trying to remember what they discarded. But I could deal in and end the game. You want the 2? No. Those were yours. You're taking your tile back. The Ricciing after calling Ricci. I'm kind of trying to deal in at this point. I am in Tenpai, though. I need a 2-5. I am in Furry 10 because the shuffling killed my 2. But Furry 10 doesn't matter if I can't run. Anyway, it's like you're already in a state of Furry 10. Alright, cool. I dealt it. Awesome. Probably means they have a Dora. What the heck? That's fine. That was a great hand. We have, sufficed the condition. 1 chapter left and an outro. We're gonna finish Vren's story arc. I have 4 people waiting for something from me and no somethings. Yes, you've gotten a lot of fetch quests. Playing for stakes. Whomever has my crap. Whoever. Same. Oh, Vren is probably gender fluid then, right? We had a he and she, right? So that's cool. I wonder if that information is somewhere in the game. Need unicorn milk. And my mastery of the barter system means I'm also struggling for 1 to 2 canisters of rocket fuel, a chunk of ghost limestone, and an ancient scroll of unbinding. Okay. Lose at Mahjong. So I gotta finish with Corey in 1st or 2nd. I need to be in 3rd or 4th. Only Ricci allowed is open Ricci. We can make this happen. I'm gonna lose so hard. You are absolutely right. We are going to lose so hard. I say as I slowly start building a Yakuman. So I need to make sure Corey gets 1st, 2nd. I need to deal into them hard. Right? As I take 1,000,000 HP of damage. I like how the first... Yeah, building a Yakuman's a great way to end up in 3rd or 4th. Laser focusing in on a Yakuman means you're just never going to fold, which means other players can take advantage of that. If you see somebody going for Kokushi, you can easily counter by going for a simple fast hand that relies on, like, Tanyao, because the person going for Kokushi, or 13 Orphans, is going to get rid of all of their middle tiles. So you just build your hand around waiting for middle tiles, and they will deal in. Because they will basically not back down from Koshi. Why would you back down from a Yakuman? In a roundabout way, yeah, it is a way to stand up third or fourth. Unironically, we're kind of getting a good hand here, but I am going away from Shanten because I want to be a little silly. But it's okay. It's okay to go away from Shanten here. That our goal is not efficiency. They took a tile. We could be in Furry 10. Woo! But yeah, I am getting a little sleepy, so maybe after the Vren story arc, we could call it a shorter stream today. There's that 6, 7, 8. I don't have a Yaku if I do this, so I'm just not going to do this. Okay, come on, come on. I keep forgetting to try to turn the game speed up. But okay, friend, we got this. No, we're not calling that. Why would we call that? This Shanten count is wrong. It says I'm 2 Shanten. That is incorrect. I'm not Ryan Shanten. I'm E Shanten. I am actually 1 away from Tenpai. I shouldn't have cut that. Well, I never cut the 7. If I draw the 7, I'm waiting 2-5. I'd be in Furry 10. But this count is wrong. This is actually just, this is a bug. This is not the correct count. This should say 1. Because think of it this way. If I draw the 7, then I have 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, pair of 9, 9. Or I have 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, pair of 6, 6. I cut the 1. I have the 6, 7, 8. I have the 3, 4 waiting 2, 5. This count is wrong. Does this deal in? Oh yeah, we missed my final turn here. That's funny. So I am not in Tenpai. Was nobody in Tenpai? Nobody loses points. This is wrong also. East 2, 0 repeats. This should be Honda 1. If the dealership advanced without anybody, winning, even though it went from East 1 to East 2, the Honda count should go up. So this should be East 2, 1 repeat. So that is technically incorrect as well in terms of like pure Mahjong rules. But this is funky Mahjong, so it doesn't really matter. But now you know. People watching, now you know. Do I play this game too much? This game being Mahjong? Absolutely. Absolutely, I play it way too much. My discards are still Nagashi Mangan despite getting all these tiles. My tile got swapped. I mean, this is... I'm so curious if there is Nagashi Mangan here. I won't go for it this time because somehow these are the tiles I'm getting. Open Ricci. I could deal in. Well, if I deal in, it's a Yakumon. That means Corey doesn't get first. What are they waiting for? 147. 147 Monzu. I need to deal into Corey. I do not want to call Chiyopon. Yeah, they're waiting for a 1, 4, or 7. If you intentionally deal into it in Open Ricci, that counts as a Yakumon. Now I have a chance. 5-8, 5-8, 5-8. Why did you... I need to be fourth. Okay, if they didn't deal in, it's only a Yakumon if it's an intentional deal in, not in Ricci. If they didn't deal that 5, I would have dealt the 8. I would have lost 32,000 points. Corey would have gained 32,000 points. That would have been it. It just slipped away like that. So I really need to get... It said only 3rd or 4th for me, right? So I really need to, lose. Cheering for Rhea? No, I mean, yes. We need Rhea to get some points, but not as much as Corey. Which means I need to not have an efficient hand. I need to have a hand with dangerous tiles. This French one over here, or the Quebec one over here, really messed things up for me. It helps that Corey was the dealer, though, because they got more points out of that. Which, that is a good thing, overall. Because I need them to get first place. What is on me right now? I take damage every discard. That is very funny. We are technically Ishanten. We are 1 away from winning. But I don't want to win. Thank you for the tile. I need one of you guys... Okay. If Ricci is only Open Ricci, right? That really complicates things. Because then I can't just intentionally deal in unless it's to Corey. Because I would lose 32,000 points and give them 32,000 points. Which is not an acceptable option. I have no Yaku, but I am Tenpai. Technically, I could draw the tile myself to advance the round. If I do that, my hand would be truly garbage. How many food do I have? Who is the micro points? +4, +2, +2. So +8. So it would be 300, 500 if I draw the tile myself. I'm willing to take that just to advance the round. It looks like Corey does not want any character tile this round. Dropping the 6 is better. Actually, wait, why am I trying to be safe? Dropping the 6 is so much worse because it's safe. This is a 1-4-7 if I draw it myself. It is still only 300, 500 points with the Honba 400, 700. Yeah, Sumo. Just because it advances the round. Not by much, though, right? This is like the lowest point value I could get to advance the round. My goal is also to end the game, right? So now, I am in second. I need third. I don't regret taking the sumo there just to move things forward, because I'm trying to mitigate the risk of Corey losing points as dealer. So risk has been mitigated. Now I need to deal into, ideally, Corey or, I forget the name of the cat person here. Yeah, the different goals are... It's like training in a weird way of how you think about the game. It comes up in set play, which is hilarious. Like, at certain higher level tournaments, this type of play is actually common. It kind of looks like Corey is going for Yakuman. They're only discarding middle tiles of Sozu. What happened to their first discards, I wonder? If Corey gets a Yakuman, they better get it off of me. That was another middle discard. Okay. I see their vision. I should have held on to the west to give it into their potential Yakuman. They're going for 13 orphans. That's what it looks like. This looks like a 13 orphans wait, which means I actually should keep my terminals, so I could deal into it. That'd be the easiest way to get out of it, right? See, I'll keep the green dragon. I don't want you to give up on your 13 orphans. I want you to be waiting on the green dragon. These two already cut one, and then I'll give you the green dragon. How's that sound? This is Yakuman gaming here. This is absolutely Yakuman gaming. Okay. Ricci, I do not want to deal into you. What are you waiting for? You're waiting on a 1-4. I have all your 4s, buddy. Pass. I have another terminal. I know they're still waiting on a 1-4. I know you're still waiting for Yakuman stuff. Yeah, because these discards are swapped. They didn't call Khan. That was the 4th 9 of bamboo. They did not call Khan. You're in Ricci, brother, in last place. Why don't you con to get out of that? That's not a good play on your part, buddy. They're doing it! They're doing it! Wait, that is not what I thought they were going for. What? They're waiting on just a 9? Literally waiting on just a 9. I am in Tenpai. I should Ricci to lose points. I should Ricci to lose points. I know. Pass. Okay. Open Ricci. Furry 10 Ricci. I'm doing this to lose 1,000 points, right? This is the easiest way to lose 1,000 points. This is JoJo scene for overestimating. That's what their discards look like. They got close with that 8. One of the 9s is here. One of the 9s is here. There's only one 9 left. Your weight is so unlikely. So now I can't deal into a Yakuman, which is fine. Is the dealer in Tenpai. The dealer was in Tenpai. Everyone's in Tenpai. But I lost 1,000 points doing that. They only have the Ricci song when I'm in Ricci. I'm 5 Shanten. That is upsetting. The Ricci was the correct call because now I'm closer to 3rd. And then if I dealt in to the player on my left, it wouldn't have been a Yakuman, so Ricci is actually the correct call here. Because I could just choose not to take the win. I don't need the win. I could just throw my points away. So that actually, I should be doing that. I should be going for Ricci. I'm at 256, they're at 245. They're in Ricci already? Hang on. They need a 4. They need a 4 of dots to get the Itsu. I don't have a 4 of dots for you. Because then they'd have 1, 2, 3. No, it's not Itsu. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Why? I actually would not Ricci this. I would wait. Make you have a better way to transition this hand. Bad Ricci. But I need a 4 of dots. Is that a 4? That's not a 4. Them winning the hand by drawing it with Sumo is not a good thing, because the dealer will suffer. And I don't want them to win it off the dealer. I don't want them to win it off the player across from them. I want them to win it off me. They could also Sumo it, that's fine, I guess, but it would be better if I could deal in. I just really do not want, I really don't want somebody else to deal into that. One, 3. The Shanten doesn't change. Wait, now I'm waiting for the 4. That's funny. Okay. We are not calling anything. They could Ricci. They could change the weight, right? They're no longer in Ricci. Did their weight change? No. That'd be funny if they changed their weight after that to a better weight. I would have been pretty hype about it. They yelled "come on" because I think I was... No, they're just yelling "come on." Okay. Come on. Give me the 4 of dots to deal in. No. It just won't let me. Wait, I'm almost 7 pairs. Chitoi, Tenpai. Oh, I died. Okay. And they died. I'm gonna deal in. This is it. I will deal in for 32,000 points, which gives me last place and gives them first place. That is what I've been waiting for. That could have happened literally the second round of this Hanchan. Or Tonpu. Boom. I did it. And this is the second Yakuman I dealt into today on purpose. That takes skill. I'm so good. I'm so good at losing on purpose. Alright, so Vren just got, like, bodied. Okay, so we're getting the Ancient Scroll of Unbinding. So, Yeti has one. Oh no, it's a circle. It's a circle. The quest is a circle. Do it Swanen. Oh, we get like an ending CG? Oh, that's what's happening? I did it. We've unlocked Strip Mahjong. I could do free play normal Mahjong. We're gonna play like an actual... We have pronouns. Any. Okay, cool. And then... We'll continue to be this one. Normal Mahjong. We're gonna play one game. I'm gonna play a real game after playing a bunch of not real games, right? Because I would like that. Yeah, pawn. Oh my god, what are we doing? So I have a 2 Han already, plus a Dora. Potential Dora connection. We are gonna go zoom, zoom, win. Keep that there. Get rid of this 4. 79, 79, 79. Hello, Kuma Kaori. They do have regular rules in here as well, which is what I'm playing as, but I've noticed a couple of implementation bugs, funnily enough. I do want that 789. So we're gonna not be in Tenpai, but we're gonna have Gabuton, Sanshoku, plus Dora, so there's no Kyriage Mangan, otherwise it'd be 12,000 points. And we're gonna hope that I get an 8 here. Not that one. So we're gonna keep trying. Though I think I'd take any Tenpai. I could, but getting the 8 of dots would be good. Okay, that sucks. That sucks. Especially since the 9s are gone. We won't have that. Wait, that's Dora. Crap. Okay, we're gonna just have double tone. It's fine. I completely brain farted and misplayed. It's fine. Pass. There's the 8. Somebody dropped the 7, right? Surely nobody wants it. 6-9 is the better way. We're waiting for a 6-9. It's all good. We have transition. I kept a different 8. Waiting on the 6-9. Dabuton as dealer. 2,900 points. Technically, if I get the 1 again, I could do some silly stuff. Also, no chi no po. I also could do a weird thing of just waiting on a completely random tile. Ron? Howling. Very good. Yeah, 2,900 points. I'm dealer. 3, 4, 5. Get rid of this 1. 4. Oh, there is red tiles. I didn't see red tiles in the main story at all. We have red tiles. Dora is the red dragon, which I just drew. Amazing. Keep that. I am not calling anything right now. No way would I make a call. Please. Hang on. No calls. Thank you. We do not need to do that. So what we are waiting on is, okay, hang on, 1 pair, 2, 3, 4. It's starting to look like 7 pairs. I don't need this north. This is also free 10 because I discarded it for 7 pairs. Get rid of that. We don't need that. I have all the reds. This is all stars. Should have kept the 1, 2, 3. That's the Dora. That's the Dora. I'm gonna get rid of the Dora because I have so much other Dora. Right? It's like, what? Tanyao, Chitoy, Dora, Dora, Dora. It's already 18,000 points. I don't need that red dragon. They call Ricci. Let me analyze. I'm dealer. I push. 18,000 points. My question is, do you have more than 18,000 points? In fact, I will actually open this because Tanya Dora 3 is still 12,000 points. Even if I don't get the Ipeco or the Chitoy. I'm just gonna throw it. We're just gonna send it. Do I pawn this? No. Do I cheat that? No, I need 3-6. Do I consider keeping that? No. Rion Peiko is a lie. 1-4-7. There's the 8, there's the 7, there's... No, okay. East, goodbye. There's only very few tiles left. That... Does that get me into Tenpai? No, it wouldn't. Right? Pass. I cannot get into Tenpai because there's only one tile left. Here's a 5. Oh well. How much do I owe? 1,000. Totally fine. Totally fine. I'm now the north seat. And once again, I do not want to call anything. Just ever. I usually don't want to call. I usually know very quickly if I'm going to call or not in a hand. There's that 2-3-4. I got rid of the 1 because I had 1-2-4, so getting a 3. Similarly, 6-8-9, get rid of the 9 because 8-9 waits on 7 and 6-8 also waits on 7. Keep that. Oh my goodness. We're gonna get rid of the 2. And the reason for that is to get Tanya. Now I'm gonna be ready to make some calls to like quickly advance the round. I don't want to con yet. There's a chance I do. Okay. I'm gonna do something really stupid. Chi. For 6, 7, 8. Now, technically, I'm not waiting on any tile, because I have 4 of these. I don't want to con yet. I want to get a non-Puritan tile. I want a tile I've never drawn before. I want a tile I've never drawn before. A live tile I've never drawn. That is a live tile. One's here, one's here. That's not a good tile. It's not a good tile. There's only one left. I want to do the Saki thing. That's a great tile. That's a great tile. Con. Okay. Well, now I'm waiting on the 7. And now... Ooh, that was so close. Now everyone's probably panicking. Oh, Tumo! I'm so good. I'm so good at this game. All according to Keikaku. Oh my god, that's... I am peaking. That's so funny. That is so funny. It wasn't a Rinshan Sumo. In fact, it was only, Tanyo Dora. It was a really bad hand. It was 700, 1300. Okay, that was great. That was really funny. Okay, I'm not calling again. Unless I draw an East or something. Sometimes the stupid plays work. It's all I can say. This 2 is not good for efficiency. This 9 is not good either. That 5 is fine. Why does it say... Okay, there is a bug in the Shanten calculator. It says my current Shanten is 2. That is not correct. Ostensibly incorrect. I am E-Shanten. I am 1 away from the state of being able to call Tenpai. Because I could draw a 1 or a 4. I discard the 7 and call Richi waiting on a 4. I could draw a 4. I discard the 7 and call Richi on a 1-4, which is more ideal because that would be Pinfu. It's not 2 Shanten, it's 1 Shanten. So this Shanten counter has some bug to it. But this hand is further along than what the game thinks it is. That's awkward. I'd rather keep that and wait on the 6 for Dora, so... Oh, now it thinks I'm 1 shot. It's the same! It's the same! My Shanten didn't shift from that. It's just, you just realized that it shifted. That's funny. That's Dora. I'm getting rid of the dangerous tiles because I would like to call Ricci on the Haku. Okay, I'll Ricci on waiting for the Dora, but I doubt it comes out. In a normal scenario, that means any player holding Dora is going to probably try to fold. Or not, or on. Ricci, Dora, Dora. So we have 3 Han 40 Fu. Let's flip the Dora, see what happens. Oh, Ricci. This isn't Pinfu. This is not a Pinfu hand. So there's something wrong with the way the game is calculating. I am only waiting on a 6. This is not Pinfu. My Dora is 2, so it should be Ricci, Dora 2, Ura 2. That should be 8,000. This is somehow saying it's also Pinfu. That's not Pinfu. This is incorrect. The game is scamming the other opponents in my favor. This is Dora right here. We will not cheat. Got the 1. Correctly identifying the Shanten. I have to cut the Dora. I mean, what other choice do I have here? I guess I could cut the 7. Can I Dama Pinfu to just end the game? Should have kept the 7. So, there's a couple of paths. I would like to get actual Pinfu out of this. Question. What rule set are we playing in? I have 2 red 5P. That is valid in some rule sets. Is that the rule set we're allowing here? Some rule sets do that, like Saki Universe does that. I'm not going to Ricci because I have a Yaku. The Yaku is Pinfu. I know I always say always Ricci your Pinfus, but I want to be sneaky and end the game, right? So to be sneaky end the game, I could get 2-5. Also, if I draw a 6, this upgrades to Tanyao. See a bear with glasses. I'm about to win, just so you know. Alright, right here, it's now Tanyao Pinfu Dora. I probably should Ricci that. There is no further upgrade. So let's send it. We're waiting on a 2-5 from Anizaka. Ricci Ipatsu, Pinfu, Tanyao, Dora. Yeah, that one's actually a Hanemon. Thank you. Embarrass Corey in front of the girls. Very funny. Look, what did I say? What did I say? I know how to play this game. I blasted them negative also with that. Though the game did scam the other players, right? The game somehow said I had Pinfu when I didn't have Pinfu, which is very funny and also just not correct. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Please enjoy my cat in the croissant position. Please enjoy the Kirby with the wizard hat if you are curious about the wizard hat. If you're curious about the wizard hat. It's from a recent playthrough I did in a Dream Barbecue. I am editing that video. It's taking a while because it's like 4 hours of footage. I'm like over an hour of over an hour of that raw footage has been edited down. I'm going to be working on it immediately after this also. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. thank you so much for joining me through Vren's playthrough. If you enjoyed this game, why not follow? That would be really nice. If you want to see more of this game, you can also request that. I aim to stream every Thursday, and I try to pick games that are a little less known. I know I said Dream Barbecue, which is very well known, but I try to pick games that are a little less known, games that I would personally want to try out on stream that I could commentate. So, I don't know what I'm playing next week. We're gonna figure it out. But thank you all so much for joining, and I will catch you next time. We should do a raid. Hang on. We should do a raid. We should do a raid. We should do a raid. Who is streaming? Is there anybody I know who is streaming? Is there anybody we could raid? I know somebody we can raid. I know somebody we could raid. Okay, where's the raise your jongers? We're gonna raid somebody. Okay, here's the message. Here's the message. Do you want to see a professional Mahjong player? You probably do if you watch the stream. We're talking Flock Mahjong, who is a professional in the Japanese Psycho Isen Pro Mahjong League. Dude's a friend of mine. He's very good at this game. He's playing Mahjong Soul. He knows so. If you thought I was good at this game, you got to watch this guy. So we're gonna do a raid to Flock Mahjong. That is the message. Raise your jongers, and I will see you all next time.